used for hand-to-hand combat, kind of like a big sword. And it was kept in a scabbard, which is what this thing is called, and it has the U.S. emblem on it with the bald eagle. And so this will go over the other shoulder. And as you can see, this is forming an X over his chest. And even though these men didn't all wear the same clothing, they had this over them, and it was symbolic of Jesus Christ and his sufferings for us. And this really unified the men and kept them remembering their purpose. And then they would have been given this white belt, and this also has the U.S. seal on it, and they would have just strapped it right over this stuff on their hips so that as they walked it wouldn't like fly everywhere. But I won't make you put it on, alright? It's kind of awkward. But, now for your gun. This, my friend, is an 1816 flintlock musket. It's about 10 pounds and it's nearly 5 feet long. And so with the bayonet attached to it, it would have been about 6.5 feet tall. Is it heavy? Tell him. Yeah. Oh, wow. It's very heavy, especially carrying these for about 2,000 miles. You can imagine their hands probably got blistered, and this was a reminder to them that they'd enlisted in a war. But with the guns, they were told they could keep them upon their discharge, and they were also given a really neat promise from their prophet. Did anyone catch what Brigham Young told them?
They wouldn't have to fight.
If they were faithful, they wouldn't have to fight in any battles. And that was coming from a prophet who was a spokesperson from God. And he promised these men if they were to do these things, they wouldn't have to fight. So this would have been their backpack. This is all the space they had for an entire year. And one of the very first things that they would have put in their backpack, let's drop this over you. What do you think it would have been, Sam? What would they need to do to stay faithful?
Oh, I know.
Strip your other arm.
I do.
Right through there. Yeah, exactly. They would have brought their scriptures. That backpack is heavy, huh? Not really. They would have brought their scriptures.
Yeah.
So they would have also brought journals so they could write down what was happening, but then they would have kept their faith strong by reading the Bible and the Book of Mormon, which is another testament of Jesus Christ. And it's read with the Bible, and that's why all these men were called the Mormon Battalion, because they believe in the Book of Mormon. So they would have brought those books, and that's a big stack of books, huh, Sam? Yeah, it would have been heavy. But I'll give you some other things. We just talked about some spiritual food. Now how about some physical food? In their haversack, they would have had... What kind of food do you think they would have brought? Pizza, hamburgers? No, just bread? Maybe some beef jerky? No, they would have brought beef jerky. You like beef jerky? Yeah, I like beef jerky too. But you're right, they would have brought bread, water, dried vegetables, maybe some nuts, stuff like that. And then this is the canteen they would have had. This is a wooden canteen. It only holds about 2.5 pints of water, which is like 2 of those little water bottles. And some of the times, men walked about 60 miles with one canteen. And then they would get to the next watering hole, and there would be animals in the water, and there would be bugs all around it, and it would be very dirty water. The men got sick from drinking the water. But this was, all the stuff that they would have had would have been about 45 to 50 pounds. And so, how are you feeling? Is it a heavy load, do you think, through the desert? Pretty light, yeah. What are some other things you think they might have taken? What are some things you would want to take? Maybe a picture of your family? Yeah. Stuff to shave? But the men would have brought stuff to shave. Maybe